It was their story. Reed says over Zoom from London about Wade Robson and James Safechuck, who in his Bombshell 2019 documentary alleged that Jackson, the iconic late pop star, had sexually abused them as children. A lot of people see it as a story about Michael Jackson, but it is literally the story of these two guys. And this film is just what happened next. Reed is referring to Leaving Neverland 2, Surviving Michael Jackson, his long-gestating follow-up that's finally debuting on Tuesday, via Channel 4 in the UK and on YouTube in the US, after 6 years. Featuring exclusive access to court hearings, the 50-minute documentary primarily focuses on Robson and Safechuck's fight for justice after suing Jackson's companies, which are governed by his estate, for neglecting to protect them from the alleged abuse. Jackson consistently denied the allegations before his death in 2009, and his estate has continued to do so. This is not the first time such claims have arisen against Jackson. He was first accused in 1993 by 13-year-old Jordan Chandler, and the case was settled out of court for $23 million. He then went on trial in 2005 for allegations of child molestation and intoxicating a minor, of which he was acquitted. Robson, a well-known choreographer who has worked with NSYNC and Britney Spears, and Safechuck, an executive at a digital creative agency, both met Jackson as children and alleged that he had separate sexual relationships with them. Though they had both initially testified that Jackson never molested them, Safechuck as a child during the 1993 investigation, and Robson as a young adult in 2005, they eventually filed separate civil suits against Jackson's companies in 2013 and 2014, respectively. After struggling through the legal system for over a decade, in 2023 a California appeals court ruled that Robson and Safechuck's combined case must go to trial, which is currently set for next year. Reed told Variety that he plans to document that as well for the finale to a Leaving Neverland trilogy. It's a bridge film in between what was a pretty high-profile start and what I hope will be a very dramatic ending, Reed says of Surviving Michael Jackson, which he started filming soon after the wide release of Leaving Neverland. In March 2019, HBO distributed Leaving Neverland in the US, but is notably not on board for its second installment. Before the first doc aired in 2019, the Jackson estate sued HBO for $100 million for violating a 1992 non-disparagement clause tied to a concert film from his Dangerous tour, eventually forcing the network to go to arbitration. Instead, Leaving Neverland 2 will debut on YouTube via Little Studio's Real Stories channel. Faced with trying to bring it to another streamer, Reed says he asked himself, "What can we do that's kind of different and exciting and makes this film available at the click of a mouse?" And as Robson and Safechuck prepare for their upcoming trial, there's also Lionsgate's Jackson biopic, Michael, which is backed by the estate and currently set to release in October. The Antoine Fuqua-directed movie, starring Jackson's nephew Jaffer Jackson alongside Coleman Domingo, Nia Long, and Miles Teller, was set to address the allegations against Jackson, but according to a January Puck report, reshoots were necessary after it was discovered that the estate had an agreement with Chandler that his story could not be dramatized. That's a massive fuck-up, Reed says bluntly, claiming that an early version of the script he read characterized Chandler as a liar and his family as gold diggers. However, a source close to production denies this and tells Variety that characterization is Reed's personal opinion and that the script never portrayed the Chandlers in the way Mr. Reed has opined. Representatives for HBO and Lionsgate declined to comment, and Jackson's estate did not respond to Variety's request for comment on this article. Below, Reed dives deeper into his motivation behind making a second documentary, releasing it on YouTube instead of a streamer, and his thoughts on the Michael biopic.